And to all of you here. Okay. Now, we're going to call up our keynote speaker, and I would like to say that probably the hardest part of putting this event together was getting a keynote speaker. That, we'd like to set the bar. We like to get people that have accomplished great things, and Baruch Hashem, they're of distinction. And it's not easy. These people are very busy, and they're also, it's not something that's very simple to come by. And we struggled and struggled until a good friend of ours, the Salah and Friedman and Company, who Baruch Hashem was a sponsor of tonight's event, they're very good friends with our keynote speaker, and they were able to get him to agree to come, even though he doesn't usually do these things. And we're very thankful. I'm very thankful to Salah and Friedman and Company. I'd like to call up Simeon Friedman to introduce the keynote speaker. So Simeon, please.
Good evening. My name is Simeon Friedman. I'm a partner at Salah & Friedman & Company, an accounting and consulting firm located here in Brooklyn. I'd like to thank Rabbi Werdy of CHYE for his dedication and involvement to make this evening possible. And it is a pleasure for me, on behalf of my firm, to be here this evening. I felt it was important to be part of an event that was organized for the sole purpose of benefiting our community. Tonight is about e-commerce and how one can succeed within the e-commerce industry. I've learned in life that to succeed, one must work hard and pursue dreams, drives, and goals with vigor and energy. One must always keep their eye on the ball. To be successful, there are no shortcuts. With siyata d'shmaya, hard work and persistency can pay off. I also know that by consulting with other professionals who have gone through the process of growth for years is very important. There's a lot one can learn by talking to others, especially if they're willing to help. With regards to the e-commerce industry, within our Hamisha community, I know that Motty Gross of AJ Madison is surely most qualified to deliver the keynote address here tonight. Michael is someone I know for many years, both personally and professionally. He has over the past 16 years built from scratch an appliance e-commerce business. He has done so bottom up. He has successfully made AJ Madison the well-established go-to online appliance megastore. Michael can attest that there were no shortcuts to reaching such successes, and that one must work hard day in and day out to achieve such growth. Michael graciously accepted to be an instrumental part of this evening's program. A person's true character can be demonstrated by their benevolence and desire to help others and influence them, ensuring that they're successful. Michael is that man of character. And so with no further ado, I proudly introduce to you Michael Gross.
Thank you, Yaakov Shmit, for introducing me. I would say the same about you, and it's definitely an honor. As an akduma, as an introduction, I want to make a few points. I know that after this speech we'll be hearing from several panelists, and we can ask them about their experiences if it has been the same. When I look back at the years and successes, there's been one common denominator. Siyata d'shmaya over and over. Nothing I will say tonight will diminish that, and nothing will replace the Tehillim. This is merely a recap of some of the things that we did that seemed to have had just that. Number two, I am not a proven motivator, and there are many ways to do things. I'm hopeful that my collection of thoughts, ideas, and experiences will inspire this choshev crowd. Number 3, the mere fact that all of you came here tonight to listen to other people's challenges and successes is a key ingredient of a thriving leader. The world is big, the world of commerce is big, and it's important that you constantly stay abreast of what other people are seeing in the Olam HaMischer. I am hopeful that as your businesses thrive, blossom, and prosper, that you will share your successes with others as well. Number 4, last but not least. Success, at least from my experience, is not a straight line. Success definitely means that you end up ahead of where you started, but the road that leads you there are full of obstacles, curveballs, and setbacks. Some investments were good, and some were bad. Baruch Hashem, we had more good ones than bad ones. There were challenges year over year with vendors, customers, and employees alike. Hard times and trying times. Don't stop, keep on going, ki sheva yipoil tzadik v'kam. The topic of tonight's message is transform your business into an e-commerce powerhouse. This is assuming that you have a business. If you don't, and are deciding which business to go into, that is also an important topic, but that is a different topic. I once went to buy a suit in Marcy Clothing. In conversation with Mr. Stern about investments in our respective retail locations, he told me a story that stuck to me. Someone once came into the store and asked him to buy 2 business suits. After showing him what he had, the customer wasn't happy. He called him back 2 weeks later. He got a new shipment in. He bought 2 suits. When he finished fitting him, he picked it up. And he says, now I need a business. There has never been an era, a more opportune time with endless and limitless opportunities to achieve and attain success in commerce, especially in consumer goods, than in our generation. There are 3 points I would like to cover or rather touch on tonight that will help break down, and simplify the inner mechanics, owner mindset, and framework required to be in the game. Number 1, e-commerce is a channel, not a business. What I mean by that is that the services that you provide to a customer, the void you fill, and the needs you supply for is the same. But everything else changed. Unlimited access, your place of business, your hours, a new language, a new form of communication, a new style of communicating and transacting. The customer needs a sandwich. How's he going to get it? Walk into a store? Not anymore. Come with cash? Not anymore. Wait online until you're ready for him and it's his turn to up? Not anymore. Pick it up? Not anymore. Parking, meters, weather? Non-issue. Ikke dar kachrina. There's a whole new and better way to do it. Okay. So there's a message here. Understand your new customer. Understand your new customer's challenges. Understand your existing business and adapt. Let's use a very popular company as an example, Zappos. So in the olden days, you went into a shoe store, you tried on a pair of shoes, you figured out which one looks best, fits best, is in your budget, hoped you find it in stock, paid and took it home. Now you own a pair of shoes. You own it, no regrets and no returns. Online, all that without the forced exercise of going to a store, the shoe store is now in your house. Ease of use, hassle-free, takes 3 minutes and 0 risk. Zappos is in the shoe business, selling shoes to all of us. Who cares where they are located? As far as we're concerned, the shoe store is now in your house. Your retail location, geography, how far will someone travel to your place of business? You know the location, no more. The globe is your location. When we started off about 16 years ago and we dabbled in the home appliances and the home electronics industry, we were selling some TVs online. We carried Toshiba, Panasonic, We carried Pioneer, a few famous brands. One brand I knew I could never touch, and that's Sony. I believe my kids will never know a brand like Sony existed. The inventor of digital cameras was none other than Kodak. A long story of why Kodak is no longer relevant, but there was a lack of adaptation and adoption. The e-commerce numbers are off the charts, and I'm not going to go through stats right now, but they're shocking. Year-over-year growth. There was a new location. Actually, it was the convenience of your customer's house, if you are online. Today it's wherever the customer is, desktop or mobile. And with Google Sign-In, the accounts and shopping carts and credit cards are all synced in every computer and every device. People even spend more because they can always send it back. The effort that your customer will make to get your services is now no longer in your control. I'll give you a brief example. As of about 6 months ago, our office, there's lunch orders coming every single day. There was one place to order lunch without making a phone call. In Borough Park, you went online and you had to order the same thing over and over again. I'm not going to give names. Today, there's deliveries coming from different stores all day. Uber Eats, any sandwich maker owner, any restaurant owner, you plug in, you have access to the whole pool. We get deliveries from Flatbush, we get deliveries from Crownouts. Everybody has access. The other company didn't even have a mobile app. Think about the business that you are in and think about your local competitor. Now think if he has a website that has everything you sell, same or lower price, better return policy, next day delivery, and every size and stock. Don't you want to be first? Be original. Tackle that challenge before you need to play catch up. Now let's discuss what opportunities it opens up. Regardless if you appeal to a specific community or communities, national, etc. How to target your respective clientele is an acquisition conversation, but you need to be in their geographical area, which is on their computer or phone. E-commerce is merely a platform for everyone alike, but you got to be in it to win it. Look at what happened to travel agents. Same airlines, e-tickets were around 30 years ago. Same planes, and they still go from point A to point B. What changed? Flight information, you don't have to call a travel agent. To buy a ticket, you don't have to call a travel agent. Confirmation email, check-in on your phone, check-in kiosks, and technology keeps on going. This biometric check-in, endless. So how do I set up shop? Where do I start? And how much does it cost? So it's like a new location, a second store, an expansion of what you already do, but imagine this. You're building a house, or your shul is launching a building campaign. They present you with a set of plans, renderings of the new building, and now you have to go and actually get it built. If the plans look right, the plans are done well, when the building is built and you look at the outside facade, you're not sure if the picture is more real than the actual facade or the facade is more real than the actual picture. That is the way your business needs to be mimicked on a piece of paper, on a screen. You need to be able to take your business and lay it out so that the success in your existing business is transparent in your digital site. Every visitor is expecting a dialogue, a presentation, an experience. He will decide if it's comfortable to swipe his credit card with you. It all has to happen in a matter of seconds. If he walks out and slams the door behind you, which is called a bounce rate, is it price? Is it product information? He can't find what he's looking for. Questions the customer would ask you when he walks into your retail location. Where are the pens? What's on sale? What matches what? What would you recommend? Which is the best one for my money? Which would you buy? If I order today, when am I getting it delivered? In seconds. How will you answer these questions? Top navigation, search box, search results, easy navigation and filters, a voice, a tone to the site. merchandising display units, cross-device access, cross-channel access, and each one is a topic on its own. Complete information architecture and content is key. A well-designed, coded, and functional website is no different than a well-lit, well-organized, and well-staffed retail store. So I'm convinced, but who do I call? If you really are bothered by that question, you will find the answer. Maybe not the first time around, and you may not get it right on the first try, but you don't have a choice. When you needed to buy a cash register, you figured it out. Shelving, a sign, a logo. Same here. It's like the guy that told the IRS, I didn't know I have to pay taxes. Now you know. One more point. Basics are critical. The foundation is not the fancy pictures, videos, ad units, or social media share buttons. It's the customer's answer to, is this item the one I need? Quick example, I hope it proves the point. I was in the country, South Fallsburg, needed a HP printer, wanted it right away. Where do I get a HP printer? Two options, Amazon. There's a Staples store in South Fallsburg. So I wasn't sure the Staples store had it in stock, but I figured I can drive over and find out. So I went online to see if they have inside the store, see the price. Who pays less for HP printers? I'm positive that Amazon doesn't buy HP printers for cheaper than Staples does. Staples offered the same printer for $100 more. It's $439 versus $339. They offered a $50 mail and rebate, Staples, so I was still $50 up. Amazon offered next day delivery for $23. So I was still ahead of the game by $75 up front and $25 after a mail-in. Now, what's my takeaway? The executives at Staples want to know why the HP sales are down. I can tell you the one who uploads the sale price and price drops was probably on vacation because it's 7 levels down from the top guy's focus. Point number 3, package your business, make sure it fits into a box. The goal is for you to understand that everything is being bought and sold online. There is not an industry that is being left out, from online banking to Chulent and Kishke. The only question is if it's yours or someone else's. The customer that wants the stuff delivered in 3 clicks or less is not walking into your store. And your product can do so much better if you get Fifth Avenue traffic. You will probably need to staff up and fill requests and orders, but you can only do that if you have the understanding of the fact that you will never and don't ever need to meet your customer face to face. You need to convince him or them that you have what he needs and will get it to him quick, neat, usable, and in an acceptable format. Impress him, and he will skip the Google step and come straight to you first the next time he shops. He now has a vendor every time he wants to eat chulent. He wants to send out corporate gifts, needs a new shirt, or wants to order lunch. Look at Easy Kosher. They go to every camp, every day. These expenses, this opportunity, and these customers didn't exist 5 years ago. Look at Uber Eats. It took a taxi industry, brought it to restaurants. Now Amazon is doing the same thing. With Uber Messenger and Uber Rush, every business instantly has a local delivery company. In every industry in our community, there are successful vendors, manufacturers, and retailers that are already thriving online. There are many that closed up their local locations because the volume online posed a way better opportunity on better terms, hours, and costs. You can do it too. I just want to conclude, it all may sound simple. A lot of hard, tedious, and detailed work needs to get done. It doesn't happen overnight, and you may not get it right the first time. It's all about trial and error. The saying goes, the only place that success comes before work is in the dictionary. Your upside is great, but so is your risk. The investment of time and money is a lot greater than your regular investment in a new layer of your business, but so is the return. No pain, no gain. Lefum tsar agra. Remember, there is only one easy business. Yenem's, someone else's. Hope that we take away and drive and the mindset for the next chapter of your advancement, and be'ezus Hashem, nase v'natzliach.